So I'm studying and I'm in distorted cognitive distortion. So cognitive is basically our process of our thought. So when a little note gets to our mind, that's cognitive. So it's a distorted view of that. So our trauma can deeply influence how much we perceive the interaction between the world and how our distortions are, like how we're gonna react to that. If it's always been negative and traumatic, you're gonna act that way. So our cognitive is basically our response to the trauma, right? So understanding this could be a step of healing. So understanding this could help you, heal. So let me tell you, okay? So distorted behavior is basically the mental process of you thinking that you cannot solve the problem. But every problem can be solved, right? All problems can be solved. Issues, on another hand, those issues then, sometimes issues cannot be solved, but problems can. So if we have a problem, we try to solve it, and viewing this as a cognitive process, you get the little note. Sometimes we can have like fallacies. We could be like blaming people or accusing people, or we have like not good emotional reasoning. Like your emotions are gonna be very negative instead of acting in a calm and collective way, right? So when we hold stuff like that, like we hold people accountable for stuff that they are not responsible for, it brings upon a self-criticism. So we hold people accountable for stuff that they're not responsible for, right? So we hold people accountable for stuff that they are not responsible. Like it is not their burden to carry. If you have a fallacy of unfairness, if you have a fallacy of unfairness, then you know what? It's not their burden to carry, it's yours, right? You have to deal with the fairness in your body. So you can't disqualify the positive. You can't disqualify the whole positive. Basically, you can't dismiss the experience and, magnify the good, magnify the bad, minimize the good, minimize the bad. You have to have it at a set level of understanding. So we cannot jump into conclusions. Making negative interpretations of something is not going to give you evidence. It's your burden to carry. You jump into conclusions, that's